ಶಿವ 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 ಶಿವ. ಅರುಣಗಿರಿ ಯೋಗೀಶ್ವರ, 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 ಅರುಣಗಿರಿ ಯೋಗೀಶ್ವರ. ಶಿವ 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 ಶಿವ. ಓಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಪರಮಶಿವೋಹಂ.
समस्त दुरित क्षय द्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ मायर
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. And we saw a very beautiful satsang from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where Swamiji has been sharing and revealing the deeper truths and how we can experience Paramashivoham in each and every one of our life. If you look at Swamiji's life over the last so many years, Swamiji has been continuously repeating, literally repeating the same thing again and again and again, but in different ways and different forms, so that our human brain, because most of the time we just get bored with things, but Swamiji makes it available so powerfully, the same thing, but in a completely different way, which is completely new for every one of us. If we look at the satsangs that Swamiji has delivered back in 2000, and now if you look at the satsangs delivered 20 years later in 2021, Swamiji has been the same, literally has been expressing the same truths, but in various different ways and formats, just so that we can experience that superconscious breakthrough in each and every one of our life. We have the very special Paramashivoham level 3, which is coming on the March of 1st till March of 21st. It's a 21-day program where Swamiji is going to initiate us and give us all of these great truths as an initiation. As we all know, Swamiji has conducted various multiple huge programs, and the Paramashivoham level 3 is actually a very special one, because in the last 3 years, Swamiji has been in the Samadhi, and as Swamiji shared, I have brought down all the gifts, great gifts from Kailasa, 108 different initiations that I want to share. All these great gifts Swamiji is going to give every one of us. As we know, he has already started showering it on every one of us even before the program has begun, on the various initiations that we have receiving, Sri Vidya, Mahavidya, Shodashi, Parashodashi. We have been receiving so many initiations from Swamiji. And during this Paramashivoham level 3, it is going to take you a step further, because you are also going to be completely prepared. And it is not just anymore a couple of hours where you're spending the time in the breathing space of Swamiji or in the presence of Swamiji, but it is going to be you soaked literally in the presence of Swamiji. Already, we all know so many people have started posting comments, posting testimonials of how they are experiencing the various power manifestations like the Atmalinga levitating, or all the whatever they thought as the impossible, literally impossible things in their life, how just like that it has started becoming a reality. So many people have started posting these testimonials on social media platforms all across. But here, Swamiji is actually going to give us something way more powerful that is beyond anything. All that we are experiencing now is just a glimpse, a taste of what Paramashivoham level 3 is. For all the new participants who are joining us live here, the Paramashivoham level 3 program is a 21-day program, online program by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to experience the ultimate superconscious energy in every one of our life. And that is directly translating into your day-to-day practical life, where you can manifest the reality that you want, whether it is in terms of wealth, whether it's in terms of health, your relationships, your career, your business, in any field. You being able to manifest the life the way that you want in the most ultimate potential. So head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the Paramashivoham level 3 program.
Yes. So many participants and viewers were also asking us in the live videos on how they can manifest the Paramashivoham level 3 program and how they can attend the program. So as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully says, that it is our pure intention which makes us to attend the program. And the first step that you can do to put forward your intention is to register for the program in the projected link, where you can express your desire to plunge into your seeking and experience the Paramashivoham level 3 program. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has said countless number of times, that he is always ready to give us the experience. It is us who have to just extend our hand and hold his hand to experience the higher self of ourselves. So all of us can take this opportunity to register for the Paramashivoham level 3 program. And once you do that, you will see automatically your whole life, everything will start aligning for you to attend the program. There have been so many testimonials over so many years, countless testimonials where participants did not have either the time from their jobs or universities, or they had lots of other commitments which they could not miss for the program. But just by putting their intention, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessed the intention, everything just fell into place. They had the Guru Dakshina, they had the time for attending the program, and all the situations in their life just aligned. As in the Vedic tradition, it is beautifully said that only by the Guru's grace we can worship the Guru. And here the Guru is ready to accept all of us and begin the superconscious mutation, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been expanding in the recent webinars, in the recent satsangs, that it is now time for humanity to stop just visualizing or stop fantasizing on the higher superpowers of the humans as portrayed in the Hollywood movies. And it is time for us now to evolve in reality to the next levels of consciousness and to experience the higher dimensions, the vertical time zones, and of course, our own being developing into a divine superhuman. And it is now the time when you can experience the same. And it is not very far-fetched, or it is not just a fantasy that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is saying. Many of you would have seen on social media, so many devotees all around the globe have just been sitting with their Atmalingas in the recent initiations, and automatically the Atmalinga is standing up, or the Atmalinga even has started vibrating and or floating in their palms. So it is not just, let's say, the enlightened rishis or the saints and sadhus. It is for every single common person out there. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, if you have a head, you have a third eye. And if you have a third eye, you can manifest powers. So join the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in this conscious evolution from the human to the divine superhuman by taking the first step of getting initiated into the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And with that, we'll be back with you right after a short break. Please stay tuned.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. And we have been receiving a few questions from the participants on our social media platforms as to how they can experience the Paramashivoham initiations that Swamiji has been showering on every one of us and how they can actually use it in our day-to-day life. What Swamiji revealed is during one of the satsangs is that I am giving the gold, and how is that I can use it as a practical currency in each and every one of our life. It is literally our decision to use it with that strength that yes, he has initiated me. He has given me so many initiations till now. That power is there. I will make it as a reality. That's it. When we know that we have already received so many initiations from Swamiji, he has been showering the gift just like that. And literally there is no qualification for any of us at all in this. Like none of us are qualified to receive anything. It is beyond what we can humanly understand as a qualification to receive any of this. So many of us are from various different backgrounds. Some of us are from Hinduism. Some of us have completely no idea about Hinduism. Some have been practicing spiritual techniques and processes for various years. Some of them are just completely new to the whole thing, open to the whole thing. So all various different backgrounds, but unbiasedly, Swamiji has been sharing and showering these gifts on every one of us. So it is us who have to take the responsibility now. When Swamiji initiated us into experiencing, when Swamiji revealed for us to just write down 25 different things that we consider impossible in our life, and Swamiji will make it as a reality. And when we see that things actually happen as a reality, now what is the next step for us? It is us just literally making a decision. I want to make Paramashivoham a reality. If literally impossible things can become a reality, then why not Paramashivoham? So what is actually stopping? If at all any of you are stuck, the only thing that is stopping is your mind. It's not money, it's not time, it's not relationships, it's not anything else at all. It is only your mind. So decide to break free from your mind. Decide to get over your mind and decide to make Paramashivoham a reality in each and every one of your life. You will see that Paramashivoham is manifesting as a reality because Swamiji makes it as a reality. Head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the Paramashivoham level 3 starting on March 1st till March 21st. Here, we want to present to all of you a few excerpts from the Time Space Manifestation webinar, which is directly helping us with manifesting Paramashivoham as a reality. Some of the excerpts from the Paramashivoham level 3 initiation.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully shared that the whole humanity is suffering when it tries to classify people as good or bad. There is only two categories, integrated and non-integrated. If somebody is absolutely integrated to money, even if he becomes a doctor, he will be a bad doctor. But that is not his problem what to do. He is highly integrated to money. He should have gone into the field of making money. A person highly integrated to health, non-violence, should become a doctor. So same way in our lives, when we see what we are integrated to, what we can be integrated to at this point is the integrity to the Guru, the integrity to be with the Guru, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, that when you are with the Guru, you get the Guru and all the other boons and desires you have in your life. But when you are not integrated to Guru and you want only the things that you are integrated to, your materialistic things, then you do not get the Guru, nor you will be able to manifest those materialistic things. So it is time for all of us to take this decision to be integrated to the Guru, as he is Paramashiva. He is the one who is even moving and manifesting the cosmos. And whatever we want in our life, it may be anything, right from health to anything that you want in your life. The Guru is the one who will be manifesting it for you. So with that, I would again like to request all the viewers, all the participants to log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham. If you have not yet put your intention for the Paramashivoham level 3 program, starting in just a few days. So with that, we thank all the viewers joining us live and all the participants. And let's now get ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and watch a beautiful webinar, beautiful Nithyananda Satsang, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given to prepare ourselves for the Paramashivoham level 3 program.
The auspicious program, the Kailasa Dharma Jyoti Religion and Worship Award Ceremony in celebration of the Global Conclave World Interfaith Harmony Week. I welcome all of you for this wonderful program. Today, we are recognizing the great services, contribution in the field of interfaith harmony of 10 prominent personalities, dignitaries from various religions from around the globe, from various religions, various faiths, traditions. 10 people are getting awarded. I congratulate all 10 of them for their great contribution. The field of interfaith harmony. We start with Grandmaster Fabio Venzi from Italy. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for who you are. Bishop Dalton J. Harding, Secretary of Calgary Interfaith Council, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Canada. Thank you. We sincerely thank you for who you are and what you are doing. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being who you are. Sister Uma Devanath, Brahmakumari's World Spiritual Organization, Trinidad Tobago. Thank you for who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Father Brian McWeeny, Director of Ecumenical and Interreligious Affairs for the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New York, Catholic, United States. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father Brian McWeeny. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Reverend Hapin Im, President and founder of Faith and Community Empowerment, Catholic, United States. Thank you, Reverend, for who you are and what you are doing. And Pandit Sunil Seetal Maharaj, head and the spiritual leader of Ganeshotsava Foundation, Hindu, Trinidad Tobago. Thank you, Pandit Sunil Seetal Maharaj ji. Thank you for doing what you are doing, being who you are. Reverend Jambo Mullah A, Bishop of Christ Church, Nakasongolo, South Sudan. Thank you again for what you are doing and who you are. Dr. Murali Krishna Bhuvanagiri Sharma ji, founder and head priest of Sankaramatam Vedic Academy, North Carolina, United States. Thank you, Dr. Murali Bhuvanagiri Samraj Sharma ji, for being who you are and doing what you are doing. When Datuk K. Sri Dhammaratna ji from Malaysia, from Buddhist tradition. Thank you, Venerable Datuk K. Sri Dhammaratna ji. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Sri Raksh Joshi, Chairman for Jagran Society of Calgary, Alberta, Chairman for the Hindu Society of Beaumont, Alberta, Canada. Sri Raksh Joshi, thank you for being who you are and doing what you are doing. I sincerely thank all of you for who you are and what you are doing. And I sincerely thank you all for accepting this Kailasa Dharma Jyoti Religion and Worship Award. Thank you, every one of you, for what you are doing to humanity and for interfaith harmony. Thank you for being who you are and thank you for doing what you are doing. Paramashiva's message. On this auspicious occasion, directly from Kailasa, religion is the science of consciousness and cosmos. It has two components, the pure science part and applied science part. All religions have pure science, like universal values, universal truths, time tested, foolproof, universal truths. Pure science part and applied science. How we apply that pure science in our lives. Some religions may have more percentage of the pure science. Some may have less percentage, but all religions will have naturally the pure science, universal truths as their foundation, fundamental existence, their core component. If we all, religious leaders, spiritual leaders, if we all decide to focus more on the universal truths, pure science, and not have deep state's influence in our applied science, not influence the deep state through our applied science, we will all transform the world in no time. We all religious leaders, leaders of faith organizations, religious organizations, religious influencers, spiritual leaders, if we all decide our applied science part, our organization, our faith infrastructure should neither influence the deep state nor get influenced by the deep state. And if we stop using fear and greed, any deep state strategies like a war, deep states desires to conquer a land, grab a country, being used as a tool for political advantage, if we all decide to keep ourselves away from it and focus on the pure science, we will transform the world in no time, I tell you. If we need to save the planet Earth for humanity, it is only religious leaders who can do, not by political leaders. Political leaders are going to care only about how long they can retain power. Political leaders will not bother about the world getting destroyed next day they get down from the power. That will be their agenda. Because only if the society and their nation collapses after they lose the power, they are going to go down in the history as the great leaders. See, after that great leader, the whole country collapsed. Every leader expects this statement to be written in the history, that after they stepped down, after they stopped ruling, the nation collapsed. So that the history will remember them as the great leaders. We should know it's only religious leaders who are going to feel for the humanity and planet Earth. It is we who care for the next generation. It is we who care for the world. If we all decide, even if it is little difficult, if we all come to the conclusion, it is time we won't allow the deep state's influence into our organization, and we will not allow our organization to influence the deep state. We will all transform the world in no time. And I tell you, we are all in a spot, in a situation where the religious harmony is not luxury, it's a survival need. It's a survival need. If we all just stick to our publicly declared agenda without letting the deep state to put their agendas into our organization, and we not putting our hidden agendas into the deep state, that's more than enough. I feel that's a solution. Not only we will be able to keep the interfaith harmony, we can keep the planet Earth safe and alive. We religious leaders, we people of faith, we people of book and God, we people who look up to the higher forces for our existence and the planet Earth's existence. It's we all care for the continuity of the humanity. Continuity of the humanity exists on planet Earth. Political leaders will focus only on their branding in the history. They are not going to be bothered about the safety of the planet Earth or the safety of the humanity. So I feel it's all of us need to be responsible, that we don't allow politicians' undeclared deep state agendas penetrating into our organizations. Some of our organizations' deep state agendas not influencing, using the deep state of the nations. All nations have deep state. Let's agree to this truth. Let's not hide. Let's not be in denial. All nations have their deep state. Means the undeclared agendas of the politicians executed by few influencers who are ready to do any illegal, dirty work. All countries have the network of deep state, which does undeclared, non-transparent activities. If we religious leaders all come together and decide, let's keep deep state away from us, neither we will benefit by the deep state agendas, nor we will allow the deep state to benefit using our organizations. That's all. I think 90% of the problem among the religions, among the faiths will be solved if we just keep deep state people away. All of us, religious people, by our very core, by our very nature, we love peace. All of us who are here, all of us want our library books to be straight. Some of us may not even want to change the location of the book. We all want, after our breakfast, we should be able to pick up the book which we want from our book library cupboard and spend time with our books, contemplate, meditate, do our personal spiritual practice, support our congregation to strengthen their conscious being. We all want this. Fundamentally, we are all peace lovers. That is why we chose religion. We chose faith as our lifestyle, as our full-time life. Not just career, as our living, as our life. We all chose. So it is we all who need to decide to keep planet Earth alive, peaceful for our next generation. For our next generation. My humble request to all the influencers in the field of religion and faith, heads of various religious organizations, my humble request, let's keep the deep state influencers and their agendas away from our organization. Let's make this one resolution. Fundamentally, deep state wants to use religion to expand their territories, to consolidate their influence over the common mass, control and manipulate the common mass. Let us not become part of the deep state's agendas. Let's keep ourselves to the pure science, the universal values on which we founded our faiths and traditions, and our declared agendas. No religion. No religion declares terrorism and conversion as their agenda. But the deep state influencers use religious leaders and organizations and turn them out in practical ground level life, use them, manipulate them for their agendas. If we religious leaders decide to God, our organizations saying no to all deep state influences and deciding we will not influence deep state. Let deep state want to expand their territory, let them use army, let them not use religion. Let it be a declared open war between one country and the other country. Let them manage their agendas. Let us not be party to the deep state's agendas. I feel even if few of us, handful of us, start setting a trend, we will not be part of the deep state agendas. We will not lose our conscious sovereignty, our allegiance to God, our allegiance to cosmos, our allegiance to the pure cosmic science. We will be more chaste towards that than the deep state's agendas, influences, and deep states interfering into our affairs. If we stop them and keep them away, not only we will all be peaceful inside our organization, we will all radiate so much peace. Bishop Dalton G is sending a message, beautiful message of peace and our shared desire of religious leaders to build harmony and work for the common good. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop Dalton Harding Ji. Thank you for your message. And I really feel we need to have a nice network who all say no to politicians and no to deep state influencers influencing religious organizations and using us for their agendas, hidden agendas. We should neither be vote bank for them nor be source of power for them. We should be source of power only for God. God is the only source of power for us. We should be the source of power only for God. If we all decide, we won't allow deep state influences into our organization, and we will also not allow our people to influence deep state. 90% of the world problems will be solved. So Rahul Aswani is asking what deep state means. Listen, deep state means in all country, in all nation, there will be a network of individual influences across the political party, right wing, left wing, judiciary, executive, legislative, media, across all influences. There will be individuals networking for quid pro quo activities, which is absolutely illegal, undeclared, sometimes even will be anti-national. They do anything and everything for each other's individual interests, undeclared agendas, non-transparent working methodology. They use everything. They use the gray area. Sometimes they even use the black area. They do anything to fulfill their interests and agendas without being bothered about the larger interest of the nation, without being bothered about the cause, the idea for which the nation stands. That gang is what I call deep state. Deep state does not care about humanity. Deep state does not care about constitution. Deep state does not care about jurisprudence. Deep state does not care about law. Deep state does not care about society. Deep state does not care about nation. Deep state is more like a shadow government, and deep state does not even care about each other's interests after they are used. Deep state gets formed as a quid pro quo, supports each other's as long as the other person is needed. Once the other person's use is over, even the other person is discarded, flushed out. That's a danger of the deep state. Getting associated with the deep state is the worst danger in getting associated with the deep state is once your utility is over, they flush you out first because they know you know about their dirty work. Deep state exists almost in all countries. I should say almost in all countries. If we religious leaders, if we religious organizations, if we religious influencers, if we spiritual leaders, if we people of book, people of God, people of dress code, people of ropes, if we decide we will not allow deep state people to influence our organization, and we will not allow our organization to influence deep state people, we will bring so much peace, so much love, so much bliss to planet Earth. I also wanted to mention one more important truth. It's a little hard, bitter, but truth. Mass is losing faith on religious leaders because we are not doing what we need to do. We are supposed to maintain our allegiance, our integrity to God, our book, our rope, our declared agendas. But unfortunately, in practical life, when the mass starts seeing the deep state ganging up with the religious leaders and religious leaders allowing the deep state to manipulate religion, the mass is losing faith on the need of the religion and on the need of religious leaders. So we religious leaders need to wake up to this truth, rebuild common people's trust on us by proving that we are not part of any deep state agenda or any deep state influence. I request all 10 of us today who are here, if we all form a core group and say no to deep state, we are open to associate ourselves with any transparent declared agendas of the nation. We are not anti-national, we are not anti-social. We will collaborate with the declared agendas. Open, transparent, declared agendas of the nation is welcome. But we will not allow deep state influences to penetrate our organizations, and we will not allow our organization to use the deep state influences, because once we expect some favor from the deep state people, they are going to use us. It's going to be quid pro quo. Understand? I faced worst persecution in my life, multiple assassination attempts. My organization's infrastructures, temples were burnt, demolished, attacked. I faced lawfare, false accusations, scandals. I have faced so much, but I never allowed the deep state influences to enter into my organization or deep state influencers to sit across the table with me and negotiate. I said no. No relationship with the deep state influencers. If I decided to have a negotiation with the deep state influencers and settle, allow their agendas, I would not have lost what I lost. My whole organization would have been with me, but I would have been only the head of the organization, not the representative of the God. So I decided I'll be chaste to God than to the organization infrastructure. If we religious leaders, religious influencers, if we decide no deep state influence inside my organization, and my organization will not enter into any form of relationship with the deep state influences, with the shadow government people, I tell you, three things will happen if we all decide. One, we will all be peaceful with absolute certainty about ourselves and our life and our future. That's one. Second, we will gain the faith and trust of the youth, the next generation. Next generation is turning into atheist, materialist, anti-religious, in alarming speed, more than the speed of the global warming, human beings turning away from God, religion, cosmic science, spirituality is the biggest threat, and the speed is much more than the speed of the global warming. If we decide to keep deep state away from us, we will regain the trust and faith of the next generation, youngsters, youth. Youth is no more interested in getting exploited. Youth is no more interested with people who are working with hidden agendas. We will gain the trust and faith of the next generation, who are the future of planet Earth. Third, above all, we will save planet Earth and humanity, the only home human beings have. The only home human beings have. We can't afford the deep state to destroy planet Earth. Actually, it is we religious leaders need to keep the check and balance. We are okay with politicians ruling the planet Earth. After all, they decided to spend their life on it, and let them rule. But they have no right to destroy it. They have no right to eliminate it. We can't allow that. We need planet Earth for next generation. It's only we, the people of book, we, the people of God, we, the people of rope, we, the people of faith, can keep planet Earth safe for the next generation. So I sincerely request all the influencers who are here today, let's form a core group with one agenda. We, the people of book, we, the people of God, we, the people of rope, will keep deep state away from us. No quid pro quo. No quid pro quo with the deep state. We will work only the transparent way with declared agendas, with people who are in real power. People who are in real power, the real president, real prime minister, who is constitutionally valid, real statesman with the real agenda in an open and transparent way. We will work only with real people, real statesmen, real agendas, transparent. If we decide only this one decision, all statesmen will have one layer around them who influence the statesmen for the vested interests of others and influence others for the vested interests of the statesmen. This network does anything and everything illegal, immoral, antisocial, to fulfill their vested interests and agendas. This is what I define as a deep state. That's all. That's all. I know I was too open. Actually, I took the risk of opening up and verbalizing this openly in a public platform. But I want to tell you, I have faced everything already. I have faced multiple assassination attempts. I have faced lawfare. Everything possible. With grace of Paramashiva, not only I survived, Paramashiva protects me, and Paramashiva continues to make me successful and fulfill his agendas through me. Because of that, today I openly verbalized it. If we keep up the transparent declared agendas as our life, I know for sure we will regain the trust and faith of the next generation. Next generation can be part of religion. See, we are literally in crossroads. The majority of the next generation, the youth, is taking the exit from religion, exit from faith communities, exit from spiritual ecosystems. Because they are seeing our declared agendas and the decisions made in decision rooms are becoming different. The gap is getting more and more. We, people of God, we, people of book, we, people of rope, can't afford to continue to be in denial, can't afford to continue to be in the mood of everything is well, everything is okay, or one day everything will become okay. No. It's we, people of book, we, people of God, we, people of rope, we, people of faith, need to decide we need planet Earth for next generation. We can't allow politicians to destroy it. As long as politicians are ruling it, we are okay. But we should not allow politicians to destroy it. So we religious leaders, spiritual leaders, should create an ecosystem where we keep ourselves away from deep state influences. I lost everything because I did not allow deep state influences to manipulate and use my organization. But I have God with me. I'm so peaceful and I feel I lived my purpose. I feel I have fulfilled my purpose. I have no regrets. I can face my God with tremendous peace, love, honesty, and integrity. I fulfilled His agendas. I worked only for God's agendas. Never influenced or allowed deep state to influence my organization. I can declare this with all my integrity to people and God. If we all show to the next generation, surely we will gain the trust and faith of the next generation. And we, the people of God, we, the people of book, we, the people of robe, we, the people of faith, we, the people of spirituality, we, the people of religion, we, the people who are believed, trusted by the common mass there for their liberation and deliverance. We, the people to whom common mass opens their vulnerable space called faith and trust. We need to work only for transparent declared agendas of religion and transparent declared agendas of nations. I sincerely request all the religious leaders, let's start forming the core group. Let's not bother about the number is too small. See, all great things started in a very small way. The strength of our vision is our real asset. The power of our integrity to our vision, the faith we carry towards our agendas, our vision, that is our real asset With that, surely we can save the planet Earth together for next generation. We can save humanity together, keep them alive for the next generation. We should keep the planet Earth the only home human beings have, at least as on now. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. That's all for now. Thank you. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Jnanapatiti Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. It is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand?
It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Our manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan speaks on being alive, becoming the kalpatru of your life, manifesting your whatever your desire as reality. Science of our manifestation, Bhagavan has beautifully given us the science to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Today, let's go to the pramanas to understand the cognitive shift that happens in us as powers, the buddhi and the shakti that manifest as shakti in our life. The pramanas, science of our manifestation, is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference, the authentic scriptures. Shruti, the Vedagama, stands as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana. With Apta Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. And Shakshi Pramana, manifesting an experience of the guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage, which is demonstrable to the world. And Pratyaksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given the pramanas to understand the greater science, the greater reality, who we are, Paramashiva, in the realistic world. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana, understand the Shastras. The Shastra Pramana for the power of levitation is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness, Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness, and Tantra is the method. How we have different methods in the outer world to understand the cognitive shift beyond what we have, the self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred. The superconscious space, how to understand that greater science. For the power of levitation, the scriptural reference is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57.
Taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manaksikshine kshanadakshinasayo bhavet. Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manaksikshine kshanadakshinasayo bhavet.
Beautifully in the scriptural reference, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, being situated on a comfortable seat or on bed, firmly cognize that your own body is without any support or base from anywhere and it is resting on nothing. By holding this cognition, when the mind becomes owned away and thoughtlessness arise, then in an instant one becomes weightless and experience the space beyond the mind, the space of Paramashiva. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the powerful cognition, how we can experience beyond our mind as consciousness, which is completely the higher frequency. The lower frequency, which is the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred, which is frustration, feeling ashamed, feeling left out, feeling that something has been taken away from us, something which belongs to us. All that in completion, feeling that is in us, which is pulling us down to more chaos and more confusion. Mass attracts the mass. When we let go all that, understanding all that is not us, whatever we are looking at it in our outer world is not us. It is the same thing that the dream is made of, is what we are seeing in this reality also. What is the reason of understanding this greater truth? When we understand that we are body also, we are consciousness, we are awakened to the awakened state, the Turiya state. As long as we think the materialistic world is the only thing, we are struggling in the dream. we can awaken ourselves, the whole space, because Bhagavan has initiated us into knowing the higher reality, higher facts of who we are. And when we are in the Turiya state, the possibilities are infinite. We are not stuck with the impossibilities of a human being. We are into the possible, the divine space that Bhagavan has initiated us. We can manifest our abundance, reality, what we want, how we want, where we want, all that in the greater way. Living as a special species, gods and goddesses, we can manifest the higher realities of how the possibilities in us. It's like Bhagavan has upgraded our computer from computer Windows 1 to Windows 10. Now the new app has all these greater possibilities for us to run the new things that is possible for this new computer. But still, if we are stuck with the old computer, we are stuck with the impossibilities. Letting go the old computer, the Windows 1 options, and starting to function with the new and starting to learn is power manifestation, Bhagavan says. Now we are the app of the universe. Whatever we want, we can manifest as reality. Like Bhagavan said, Rama's parallel universe is Parandama. He knows he is Parandama in the parallel universe, but he has come down as Rama in physical body, and he goes to the physical Gurukul, get trained, everything. He lives as a physical life and cries and weeps and all the things he does like a physical person, a human person. But he knows that he is Parandama. So nothing disturbs him, even though he is going through everything that he is going through. Without any disturbance, living in that state of bliss, he was able to manifest the beautiful happening of the whole Rama dynasty that he manifested. Each one of us are, Bhagavan says, Paramashiva in our parallel universe. It's like you look in the mirror, you are Paramashiva, but you taking your own identity is putting yourself into delusion. Bhagavan says, open up and see. You are Paramashiva, and you'll know that you are the possibility of the world where you can manifest all the higher reality. Again and again, holding yourself in gratitude, in peace, in bliss, in more and more love at Bhagavan's lotus feet, you will start recognizing your higher reality and attract the higher auspicious things and higher things in the life. As long as we are stuck with the confusion and chaos, there is no point in worrying more or getting depressed more. We are only attracting more confusion. If you drop that, you'll attract what you want and you will start manifesting what you want. Here Paramashiva says, drop everything like a rocket. Why does it go up? It puts something down, pushes it down. That energy pushes it up. Same way, if you have a feather tied to a stone, if you cut the string, it just goes up when the weight is taken off. Why do we float in the water? Because the whole thing, what we are, we let the ego out, we start floating in the water, a dead body floats. Even iron, which is dropped, which sinks, but when it made as a ship, it has the buoyancy force, which it starts floating. The displacement of the water is heavier. When it let go, it starts floating. When we let go our incompletion, we start floating in the air. It's a science. It is nothing but a science. What we are going to do is manifest the power of levitating a copper coin in a transparent container. Or you can have any other, like you can have a banyan leaf or a turmeric rice. You can have, or a rudraksh you can hold, or Atmalinga. We are going to levitate today. The beautiful space, Trilanga Swami. Trilanga Swami was one of the greatest yogi of our times, where he manifested the power of showing up in 3 different places. Because he's a Naga Sadhu, he does not wear anything. The Britishers, sorry about that. He does not wear anything. So Britishers got really upset with him and put him in jail. And after they locked him up and they came out of the station, they saw another Trilanga Swami. Then they went to his ashram. They saw another Trilanga Swami. They were so confused that they let go the yogi without doing anything, because understanding he's a yogi, he's beyond all these things. He used to go and sit in the Ganga Ghat, and simply his body will start levitating. That is witnessed by millions. And also sometimes the flood will come where the water will just engulf him and the water will be there for a few days. And then it will settle back. Ganga will settle back. But all the mud would have come on him. And the kids would go and play and remove the mud. And he would just shrug himself and walk out as though nothing has happened. He was such a great yogi, an ultimate yogi of living that nothing, a yogi is not touched by fire or water, living in the highest space of Paramadvaita as his reality. Such a beautiful space. He lived in Kashi and manifested all these powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says how in the young age, if we are not taught with this science properly, we are deluded into knowing that outer world is what we are, the highest reality, and get deluded more and more. When we understand beyond that exists, beyond the dream, what we are dreaming, there exists a space, ultimate reality, and we can experience that only when we are connected to the higher reality. Bhagavan, let's listen to Bhagavan Satsang and then go over the other pramanas.
Goes through with the world, with the society, due to the irresponsibility of the generation earlier. The irresponsibility of the generation which is supposed to be responsible. This is the real child abuse. Listen. If a child is given the false idea, sex and sexual pleasure is the ultimate possibility and the pleasure of life, and the child rushes due to its hormonal gush with this wrong theology, all the suffering the child faces, struggle the child faces, physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, in relationship wise, all that is the real sexual abuse and child abuse. A child should be made to understand till the age of 21, till you become emotionally, psychologically, mentally, consciously capable of handling you, your body, and others' body and others' minds. You, your body, your mind, others' body and their mind, everyone involved directly, indirectly in this whole act, and who are going to bear the brunt of the side effects of this act. Listen carefully. Sex is not something between two persons, because the side effect and after effects, whether it's a child or your depression, guilt, pain, heartbreaking, anything, of course, if it is successful, no problem. That word success, neither the definition is clear nor in reality it is seen. So let us be practical. It is going to impact too many people around you, and even you are going to feel your body and mind and your emotional strength is not capable of handling its effects, side effects and after effects. So educating a child to be responsible for the mind, body and its effects on you and others is real education. That is why Hinduism is very clear. In Hindu schools, till the age of 21, absolute celibacy, because celibacy is the foundation on which your body can flourish, flower beautifully. Your body and mind can flourish and flower beautifully. Never a child should be allowed to taste or tasted the sexual pleasure till the child becomes 21. till 21, neither the child should be tasting nor somebody can taste the child. Second, solution is having your own Ishta Devata and growing up with Ishta Devata. That's the most matured, best way of growing up. That is the most matured and best way of growing up. ஆழ்ந்து கேளுங்கள்.
Beautifully in balance how they hold the identity. When you remove a object, for example, a child, baby is playing with a doll or a car. If you remove it, it will start crying. That's because the identity of the child is in the doll. It does not have any original identity. That is why the thoughts are so low in the baby. But it slowly and slowly picks up the identity on the object it is using. And when the object that is it is using is the object that it is using, whatever the object, if it is deity, simply the beautiful space of oneness starts happening, and more the deity becomes its reality, and it finally knows the deity is none other than himself or herself. And having the guru's deity as your child's play is the best thing that can happen. And all the balasans keep the Guru Murti as Bhagavan's Murti in their hands always, and they feel so connected. They give food, they put them to sleep, they do everything just like the Atmalinga that you can keep as your identity. And more you do everything to the Atmalinga is actually you're doing to yourself, and soon it will become your identity. That is how the Balasans creates their identity to the highest reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the ultimate science to manifest the powers, to understand how we can manifest this power. In the Kailash Courtyard, how the Balasans manifest the power of levitation. Bhagavan told them to have a small patch of like a twig in a cup of water. First, the twig will move right side, left side. And then they were able to move the twig, even though it is light, they would able to move up and down. The levitation used to happen in the water. And then they used to play with a coin. How the coin can be dropped in the water or an empty glass also, and slowly it can be levitated. Or you can have it in the hand and you can levitate the coin or banyan leaf or the grain of rice. The other thing that you can do is keep a deity or a coin on the phone to measure the weight. What we used to do is make the balasan sit on a weighing scale. And on the weighing scale, they used to sit and the weight will go down. The minute it becomes zero, the weighing scale is removed, they will float in the air. The minute you see the coin or the object's weight go down, you know that it is levitating. And you can do that also weighing the object, or you can hold it in your hand. You can hold the Atmalinga. The minute it becomes light, it starts moving up in air, because the weight of that is not the weight of the Atmalinga, but what you are holding, the mind. The minute your mind dissolves in Paramashiva, all the identities that you're holding, you're ready to let go every identity to experience the oneness as your ultimate identity. You're holding that you are Paramashiva. Simply you will manifest Paramashiva, which is the extraordinary space, the highest frequency. If you hold the highest frequency, you become completely light. You start levitating. The object starts levitating and manifesting. As long as we have a seen, a seer and all that, we are in the materialistic world. But you see yourself and the reality like a movie, how you watch a movie in a theater. If you start seeing, your awareness becomes very high and you start understanding the whole thing is just a play. It is the Leela. It has nothing to do with affecting you into any frustration or any problem. It is just a Leela. How you would watch your dream. You're actually lying down. But in the dream, you're watching yourself do everything. Same way in this reality also, if you start being aware of yourself, watching and doing everything, whatever you're doing, you're raising your frequency to the conscious space, the awareness space. The awareness then opens up into the conscious space, the Turiya and the Turiyatita. Bhagavan beautifully says all this powerful cognition for us to understand the science behind it, so that everyone feels connected and everyone feels I can manifest this power. By manifesting these powers, we are making that into our reality. Now let's put away everything and just you can click a picture or you can set up a video and hold that object or put it in a glass. How you wanted to do, that's fine, but take a picture of that. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line and bring your listening to your third eye. The higher the frequency, the more you are going to manifest the abundance, auspiciousness and reality. Unclutch from anything that you feel that it is taking away your anything which you feel frustrated, angry, any incompletion. That is not you. That is part of you. You are responsible for that, but it is not you. When you are able to unclutch from it and see things, you are able to understand it is not a problem. It is just a situation that you need to handle. You're able to understand that you are consciousness. You can just manifest any reality you want to fix any situation into bliss and happiness. Your infinite possibility starts working as reality and settling everything around you and making you manifest more and more powers of Paramashiva. Now let's entangle, all of us collectively entangle with Paramashiva in the oneness space and deeply chant the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya raises your frequency to a very high level, and if you have a deep listening, you manifest powers. The listening removes the thought and the frequency is raised by the Mahavakya. The more and more you dissolve yourself at Bhagwan's lotus feet, you are able to see you're able to see yourself in the oneness space of Paramashiva, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's all of us start chanting the Mahavakya deeply in the oneness space, surrendering to Paramashiva's lotus feet, disappearing into Paramashiva. Again and again, start chanting with a deep listening. Let's start.
In all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Rani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up.
Paramashivoham.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up.
Paramashivoham.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up.
Paramashivoham.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. And whatever Paramashiva has manifested through you, take a screenshot, or if you have a video, go ahead and share that video with your friends and family. Why should I cause? I have listened to satsang, Bhagavan has initiated, is that not enough? And I have manifested the power, or I did not manifest power. What is the point of the social media? Bhagavan beautifully says, anything in life, the straightest thing that you can get is causing others in that. If you want to be a great cook, cause everybody to 10 people to become a great cook. You will be the best cook in the world. You want to have abundance, cause 10 people to have abundance. You will see that abundance will just pour in you. Same way, you cause 10 people that they are Paramashiva and make them attend the satsang, initiation, manifestation. You will see your manifestation starts happening in n dimension. The Paramashiva is real when we are very much in it. Constantly, what we cherish is what we tell the world. If we cherish Paramashiva as our reality, then we will be causing everybody as Paramashiva. Then we will start looking ourselves as Paramashiva. That is why the reflection, others are nothing but your own reflection. If you cause them as Paramashiva, you are Paramashiva. They are nothing but your mirrors. If you see yourself in the mirror as Paramashiva, then you're seeing everybody as Paramashiva. That is why Sahadeva, that Bhagavan said, the causing is the highest way and the shortest distance. Simply, it is the space dimension, like how integrity, authenticity, responsibility is length, breadth, depth, and the enriching and causing, that's time and space dimension which opens up. Causing is directly Paramashiva. If you cause others reality, it is nothing but yours. That is why if you see all the avatars come down to cause others reality, take all their whatever desire into reality, cause everybody's reality. That is why they are avatars. So cause others reality is the ultimate. Contribution is the way of life, Bhagavan says. Go on contributing to others' life. You will simply see your life beyond depression, beyond incompletion, beyond any of the negative things that you're going through. Simply changing into such a beautiful space of auspiciousness and abundance. So now you can share everything in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation with the hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana. Remember to have the hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana. You can also have hashtag Power Manifestation, hashtag Kailasa, hashtag Nithyananda. All this that Bhagavan gives is not a social media, but for you to remember where you have stored all this information under the hashtags. So you can always go back and look at it. You can go to Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power page. You can like it, view it, comment it, share it also. And all this Bhagavan has given, the powerful cognition, power manifestation. Let's surrender with deep gratitude at Bhagavan's lotus feet, thanking Bhagavan for showering on all of us every single day, all the powerful cognition, initiation, and making us manifest all these powers into our physical reality. Thanking all of you in all the social media for being here with a simple integrity, simple obedience, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, the Jnanapada. Daily doing the Jnanapada, Bhagavan says, is the tapas for us to create a space of oneness and manifest Paramashiva as our reality. Thank you for being here and participating in this space of Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power Group. And finally, holding that deep earning Paramashiva is real in our thought, word, and action. Seeing everything as Paramashiva, everyone as Paramashiva as our reality. Holding this powerful cognition throughout the day and ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for being here. See you after the next satsang or darshan for more power manifestation. Thank you, Nithyanandam.